This is our second annual, and it has really grown just after 2 years. I think we had about 10 vendors last year, and we've got almost 50 vendors and demonstrators this year. And it celebrates the ties between the Cherokee and the Celtic people who moved into what's now eastern North Carolina. And particularly the Scots and the Cherokee could relate to each other because they both had cultures based on clan systems. So Debbie Brown, our absolutely wonderfully creative programs manager, had a booth to sell her wooden boxes at the Across the Big Pond event 2 years ago. And as she was sitting there, she started thinking about those ties between the Cherokee and the Celtic people and came up with the idea of doing this festival. So it's just a very exciting day here. We're just filling up the whole Chieftains campus here with people and vendors and kids having fun.
The Highland Games are the athletic portion of a Celtic festival. We're tying in the Celtic festival because Major Ridge with the Cherokee Indians was half Scottish. So they had asked us to come down and try to bring a Celtic twist to this, and I said, well, I've got the perfect thing, which is the Highland Games. Basically what it is, it's big strong men in kilts who do a strongman competition. But unlike the typical strongman that you see on TV every week, where they're pulling an airplane and throwing beer kegs and doing different events, all these events that we do, these 9 events out here, we're doing in Rome this week, and they're doing in Scotland, they're doing in New Zealand, everywhere. They stay traditional, every one of them. And they require a lot of strength, a lot of speed, a lot of agility. Every one of these events goes back to warring history with England. From the stone throws, the Scots didn't have a lot of armor in that, and when the English would come in with their cavalry, guys would get these big stones and run up to the line and try to unhorse the cavalrymen or take the horse down. Some of the other events out here, the hammer throw is the same thing. Caber toss, which is the big pole that people said they're flipping a telephone pole. That was to flip them up against the side of castle walls to scale the wall, get a wiry little Scotsman to climb up it, jump inside, and try to open up the castle door. So every one of our events goes back to a Scottish history.
Cherokee system, there are 7 clans. And interestingly enough, and here's how they differ from the Celts, in the Cherokee clan system, it's very matriarchal. Your clan is absolutely dependent on what your mother's clan is. So if your mother is Wolf Clan and your father is Bear Clan, you have no relationship at all under Cherokee culture with the Bear Clan. All of your relationships are with the Wolf Clan, and members of the same clan were not allowed to marry each other. Of course, in the Scottish clan system it was a bit different because it did go through the male line, but still they understood the organization of clans and clan loyalty and clans as family. Also, there was similarities in their hunting, in trapping of game from the Highlands of Scotland to the Highlands of North Carolina, what's now North Carolina. So they hunted together. There were intermarriages. There are a lot of Cherokee families who have names like Adair and Ross, who have traced their ancestry back to the Celtic people who settled in that part of what's now eastern North Carolina.